Hello, welcome to EC Academic. I'm Tanya, an academic, wife, cat mom, and Passion Planner ambassador. On this channel, I explore how to use the Passion Planner to achieve my personal and professional goals. I also discuss strategies for navigating academia. Today, I'm going to be doing my plan with me for the week of September 13th through the 19th. This is the current week, and it went pretty well. I will say I am going to be transferring a few to-do items over from here to the next week. Yesterday was a tough day for me. I had some physical and mental things that I was working through, and I didn't get almost anything accomplished in this day. But sometimes that just happens, and you have to pick yourself up and get back on the horse when you're feeling up to it. And today, starting with, a better mind frame, I think, and really excited to make this video. So here we go. Okay. So I did put some sticky notes to remind myself of things that are happening this week, some to-dos and some events. And as you can see, I kind of forward plan a little bit sometimes when I know something is going to happen that I need to keep track of. But I'll go ahead and start with my process. Today, we are going to use a Micron 05 pen for the black ink. And I got my first ever order of the Tombow dual brush pens in the retro. They had a sale, a warehouse sale recently, and I took advantage of that to get a whole pack because up to that point, I had just purchased a single Tombow pen in this kind of coral color. But now I have a variety of colors. And this week, I've actually decided to just focus on kind of a navy blue or like kind of a primary blue and this coral color because I found this sticker book in Michael's, and I just really liked kind of just a lot of the sentiments of the stickers, the full stickers, as well as the little sayings and the colors as well. And for this week, I am interested in this sticker in particular, the maker's gonna make. And I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's sort of dark blue letters, and then around the letters, there's a little tiny bit of coral. It's very subtle, but I like it. And I like the gold accent too. So this is kind of what I planned my color choices around, is this particular sticker. And we'll see what else we can find in the sticker book to put here, but these are the primary things. You know, I am getting more decorative, as you can see, but at the same time, I do like to keep it somewhat simple and cohesive because, you know, at the end of the day, I need this planner to do my stuff. And, you know, I'm more interested, as you can see here, about keeping space for my obligations and my goals than I am about making every day look beautiful and perfect. I will say last week I used quite a bit of sticker covering up because the week did not go in any way, shape, or form like I had initially thought, but that's what stickers are for, right? Okay, so let's talk about what's on the actual schedule first. I'm going to take these off and stick them over here and fill that out with my black pen, and then I will start filling it in with the colors and the stickers and everything like this. Okay, so I'm just going to flip to September and take a look at this week. I do have a TNT meeting on the 15th, which I've already written down, and the chess meeting. This is the college meeting, not a chess meeting, but we call it chess because of the initials. 16th, I get paid. Lovely thing about academia is they just pay you whenever they feel like, so you never know what days you're going to get paid. I mean, you know, you can look ahead, but it could be a Tuesday, it could be a Thursday, it could be a Monday. Fun stuff. Academic life, hashtag. Also, there is an anti-racist conference starting Friday that I'm very much looking forward to. I actually probably need to dig through my email though oh no, thankfully I put it in my digital calendar when it starts and when it ends, so I can block it off. Okay, so this is the Anti-Racist Teaching Conference. I will say, as I've mentioned before, one upside of the pandemic has been these virtual conferences. I get to attend so many more of them than I would otherwise be able to because of money and time and everything else. I'm really looking forward to that one in particular. Okay, and then as I do every week, assuming I'm healthy enough and my students are healthy enough to meet, we have our in-person classes. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in here because they don't change. I mean, the modality could change clearly, but the times don't change. I recently got an email from I think it was our dean, I can't remember, provost, somebody, and they were, so excited that our numbers are so low, and I am too. I'm glad that it's not like it was before, but a lot of my colleagues are just sort of wondering to themselves and each other just how long this is going to go on. More so in the vein of, how long can we keep this up kind of thing? Because when you just have so many people in the same space, things happen and, stuff changes. Yes. I'm just taking a quick look at my digital calendar to make sure that it aligns. And one of these days I'm going to do a video about how I use digital technology in conjunction with this. I do have both a digital calendar and this calendar, which might seem redundant, but really this reconciliation I'm doing right now helps me remember without looking at either calendar what's going on. But also I don't always carry this everywhere I go, and so I have my phone with me and I can schedule things on that, and then I go to that calendar, look here to make sure that it's all aligned. So this next Saturday I'm going to my brother's house for a barbecue and to see my niece, which I'm really excited about. Okay, and then just confirming that I got everything off of here for that. I also want to take a quick look while I'm here in the month view of September to see if I have anything that I want to move from these lists to that. And actually, most of the stuff some of this stuff I'll be moving from last week to this week, but I'm actually really on track for these goals that I listed for September, so I'm really excited about that. And even my kind of monthly things, I'm pretty on track for that as well. I do have this deep cleaning thing that I really want to do. I want to deep clean the washer and the dryer because I think it's time. So that might be something that I add to this personal list. And I'm just going to put it at the bottom of the personal list because if I get to it, I get to it. It's like I'm going to be easy with myself. If you don't already know, sometimes you have to deep clean your washer and your dryer. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer things that I know I'm not going to get done this week to this week. I mean, there's still the rest of today and the weekend for me to accomplish some of these things, but I'm being very realistic about what I think is going to happen so I can go ahead and move over the rest of the stuff. So I've already moved over. I need to finish my travel request, which really isn't money for traveling per se, but it's money for registering for conferences. So I want to make sure I get that in. I am going to make my hair appointment. Then I have to keep it. I'm just not sure which day I'm going to get yet because I haven't called them. I'm going to do laundry later. I'm going to do this professional development activity either today or this weekend. I am going to do this grant narrative annotation that I have to do today. I'm going to at least do the annotation, but what I need to add here is the rest of the grant application because it's due soon. And I just want to make sure I have everything I need, and I need to send it to my letter writers. I have one letter of recommendation I'm going to write today. Goal is to do actually both of them, but that might not happen. So if that doesn't happen, if the one that's due today is obviously going to go out, but if I don't get to the other one, I will add it to this list later. So that's everything. Oh, and I still have to write this stupid, I guess when people give you money, you need to tell them that you used it for the reason that they gave it to you. And I just haven't put that report together yet, but I will. It's on there. Okay, and then I have some things that happen every week, and I just like to check them off when I do them, because A, I like giving myself credit for things, and B, it helps me remember if I actually did them or not, which sounds weird, but when you have a lot going on in life, sometimes you just can't remember if you did stuff or not. So laundry and grocery is always a thing. And then for work, I always have announcements for my classes. And actually lately what I've been doing is batching them, so I don't have to like check them off 3 times like I normally do. And you know, maybe it's a little less spontaneous, but it's easier on me. So this one, however, I can't batch because these are my face-to-face classes. So I'm going to give myself 2 boxes for that. Okay. Actually, I did a really good job with that stuff this week. Okay, that's that for repeated things. I will have some grading I need to do, or some feedback I need to give to my students. And there's 2 assignments that I do that for, so I'm just going to give myself 2 boxes for that. Okay, I think that's everything from the work list that I'm bringing over with me. Now I have my content list, and for those of you who maybe missed my last plan with me, this is actually a printable that Passion Planner offers on its website for free. And you can print out a whole sheet of these and then just cut out what you need and paste it in, which is what I did here. And it just expands my options, my space for to-do lists. And I like compartmentalizing. So this is personal, this is my work, and this is my content creation to-do list. So for example, next week I will have 2 videos that I have to film, just like the one I'm filming now. And I will have 2 blog posts that I will write. If you guys want to read my blog, which is definitely a little more focused on teaching and navigating academic life than this video is, TanyaAzar.com is where you can find those blog posts. I also have a Passion Planner activity, and basically this just is because I'm an ambassador. They give us options to do these activities to gain points, basically, and if we get so many points we can get store credit. And you know, a big part of why I became an ambassador is because I love this brand, but also because I would love to support my habit a little bit. And if you want to support this YouTube video endeavor that I am doing, you can use the referral link that I'll put in the description to buy your Passion Planner supplies. And it just gives me a small commission at no extra cost to you, but it does help support all this in that way. And so whenever I can do that, that's great. I made some progress on my podcast idea this week. I'm really excited about. But because yesterday was kind of a hard day, I didn't finish everything. So I definitely want to record the trailer for the podcast. And I need to schedule my first interview. It will be an interview style podcast because I just like that format myself. And it will be relatively short, I think 20 to 30 minute episodes. And as soon as I have more details about when those things will dropping, I will definitely, I will let you know ahead of time so that you can, subscribe if you want, listen if you want. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it for the things for my content that I need. There's a lot more steps to all this, of course, but I actually have a spreadsheet, which I'll show you in another video sometime, which has these steps. Right now I'm keeping it a little bit in my head. Some point I might amend that, especially if it gets if there's too many moving parts, especially when I get the podcast up and going. If that happens, then I might reevaluate what I'm doing, but for now I can keep it all in my head and I'm relatively on top of it. Okay, let me just go ahead and I kind of like to just outline these check boxes, and you'll see in a minute that I actually use also the markers to highlight the boxes, because it just looks nicer and helps me see if I've actually checked it off or not. Ooh. So let me know in the comments how things are going with you guys. How is your fall going so far? I'm assuming some of you are academics and maybe have some thoughts on how the semester is unfolding thus far. But even if you're not, I'm just interested to know, how your planning is going, and if any of this is helpful to you. If you have any thoughts about what other videos you'd like to see or anything like that, just let me know. Okay, so yes, and let me just, the next step is I always kind of take a quick look at my 20 for 21 list. I am doing this cross stitch project. If you watched the last video, you'll know that I really wanted to pick this back up and actually finish it. I am making good progress. I'm almost through one whole color of thread. Although I think the kit was short, or maybe I'm just kind of a wasteful cross stitcher. I'm not sure which, but I need to probably pick up some more thread for that. So the next time I'm in Michael's, that's what I need to do. I am almost here. So these two I'll be able to check off pretty soon, which I'm really excited about. Not making any progress on the will part. I did reach out to some friends to ask if they have Virginia lawyers who do wills, to see which one they used, because I really kind of want a solid recommendation, and none of them have had wills, or they are military and they get military lawyers to help them with that, which I don't have access to. So if you are a Virginia resident and you have made a will, please comment with your lawyer's information so that I can get going on that goal. These academic writing projects are, the book proposal is the one that's on the table right now because of the grant. So I am making progress on this. Not sure if I will actually get this article done by the end of this year. This one definitely not done by the end of this year. This one potential. So we'll see what we do. I am really close to donating my hair. I'm going to make my hair appointment today, so I'll be able to check that off. And then these projects are home projects, mostly paint and sandpaper related. So, the weekends that we don't have any major things going on, I'm going to make sure that we actually get to these. Last weekend, as you know, if you watched my video, we had some repair projects we really needed to prioritize over this other stuff. So we got all of those done, but this remains. So we'll see what I can get done by the end of the year. And this is all on track. The only thing I might add in to the personal is, well, two things. I need to do a glass recycle trip. Our county no longer recycles glass in our recycling. If you want to recycle your glass, you have to go to the dumpsters they have scattered around the county and deposit the glass yourself. Or your other option is to just throw it in the trash. We'll go to a landfill, which I do sometimes when I'm busy. But I like the idea that my glass is going to city projects if I put it in the dumpster. And also, we fell off of composting when I was, you know, going through everything this past summer and away for a month. And so I want to restart the compost. And what's kind of nice is I can do all three of these things on the same day if I want, at the same time. I can kind of batch them. The glass doesn't need to happen every week though. It just whenever it gets full. And because I have a container under the sink that we put all our glass in. And so normally it's like a once a month kind of thing, but it is filling, so I need to handle that. And it'd be nice to at the same time restart composting. What's nice is when we're recycling glass and composting at the same time, we only have like one bag of trash per week, you know, and a small bag of trash at that. And I just kind of like that. I like knowing that, you know, I'm not contributing personally to our landfill situation as much when I'm doing these things. So if I can add that back to here. And I think that's it for sort of the extra things. And I will make a video at some point about, you know, kind of how I make these lists, the monthly tasks and the weekly tasks, and you know, where that kind of shows up here. But for now, I'm going to have this list and leave some space for when things pop up. Okay, so let's do a little decorating, and then if I need to add some stuff, I will add it as I go. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to do a kind of navy coral thing and start with the sticker that inspired it all, and that is this. And this is the Recollections collection in Michael's sticker book. So if you're looking for that, that's what it is. I like to keep this space of good things that happened open. It really does help. This past week was hard, and finding good things to put in there was harder than usual, but I did have some good things, you know? And it was, I'm glad that I had a space to capture them, even when I was feeling so, like, you know, so much stuff. You know, I think maybe Sundays, maybe like because I don't ever put anything in here typically. And let's see what else we got. I really like this. Just do your very best. When I was growing up, my mom, you know, she used to say, just do your best. I just want to know you're trying. Like, she never, you know, paid us for good grades or anything like that. Her thing was, I just want to know you care. I just want to know that you're doing the best you can at this time. And I just really like that philosophy. I'm going to go ahead and actually stick this here. And that leaves some space for the good things that happened, and potential focus, but it covers up this, which I don't always use. I don't always put my word of the year, what have you, there. And what I might do is find like a little something to stick here to cover that up. I have some to-do ones. Ooh, there's like a smaller Maker's Gonna Make. I actually kind of like this. Plan, because Friday mornings is when I do these plan videos. So should I do it straight or like cockeyed? I should kind of like this straight. And it was kind of nice knowing that she didn't have, you know, like huge expectations for us to always be, you know, killing it, but that she just wanted us to really try. I'm gonna replace this meeting because it looks a little sloppy. And also it brings some of these colors into the middle of the page in a good way, I think. So I think the other thing I'm gonna do before I add more stickers is, last week I kind of did this alternating color thing and I really liked it. So I think what I'm gonna do is that. So we'll start out with, I think the coral. And I do put a today's focus. What's happening on Monday is I'm beginning my volunteer class that I'm teaching with Computer Core. They offer digital literacy classes to low-income individuals, and it's just a really great organization, a great way that I can give back. And they're also a community partner with the classes that I'm teaching. I will say, you guys, that this semester has been a lot harder on me than I thought it was going to be so far. These semesters are always hard because in the fall I teach these community engaged classes, and they just take a lot of time and energy, more so than other kinds of classes that I teach. But my reserves are low because of my miscarriage over the summer, and I just every little bump in the road feels like, I'm driving off a cliff, and it's, I don't know how you guys deal with that. If you have thoughts, let me know in the comments. But I am dealing with it. I do have therapy now, and I think it's going to help. Last week was my first therapy appointment, and I work with a woman who works with prenatal, natal, postnatal women going through various stages of reproductive health, and it just was a lot of crying. I'm not sure, if it was cathartic or not. I think the whole rest of the week kind of squashed any good feelings I would have about it. But she did recommend that I add meditation to my morning routine, which I began this morning. And I will say that 5 minutes, I just added 5 minutes to start with, flew by like that. I was meditating, I was focusing on my breathing, and then before I know it, my Routinary app was buzzing at me like, okay, next thing. So I think that's good, and that I didn't feel every second of those 5 minutes. And maybe, who knows, maybe it will help me. People say that meditation helps. So this Tuesday, I definitely want my focus to be classes, because I need to a lot of prep this week. I need to get some stuff for these classes. I just really need to get some stuff organized so that I feel less overwhelmed. The anti-racist conference is the priority here. I think maybe Sunday's priority will be to relax. Saturday, I might make projects. We have some home projects, but also I have some creative projects I really want to get into. Wednesdays is definitely going to be grant time. I'm going to put grant and admin because I have some administrative stuff I really need to do that day. And Tuesday's focus, I think a good thing to put for Tuesdays would actually be the podcast. Just make progress on that, what I have to do is record a trailer and schedule an interview. I can do that. Bonus points to me if I actually get the trailer edited, but just kind of making this progress. And if I'm doing this on a Thursday, even though I'm teaching this day, it really does sort of help me kind of get to the end of the week. If I have something that's personal to me and not necessarily like an obligation I have to other people, I think it helps. It gives me a little boost. Okay, so I have my colors, and this is a really dark blue, but that's okay because the other blues are dark too. And what I was doing kind of last week was alternating. So the top color is one color, and then the colors of the scheduled things are another color. And I kind of like this, a little bit of this sort of messy paintbrush style coloring in. I think it just looks kind of cool. And I don't know, do you guys have tips for attending a virtual conference? Because it's definitely not going to go away anytime soon, I don't think. And there are definitely strategies I've learned that help. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you enough how much having wireless headphones helps. Like I connect my wireless headphones to my laptop, and then, you know, I can get up and I can stretch and I can, you know, go change the laundry and not stop listening, you know, to the presentation of the session that I'm in. And it's been a huge help for that. You know, it's maybe not a good idea to always be doing something else, obviously, when you're trying to pay attention to a presentation at a conference. But I don't mind doing those things that aren't really taking my attention away. They're just like busying my hands while I'm listening. I just love Tombow pens. Aren't they pretty? I mean, I know this is dark, maybe not the most attractive thing ever, especially since I'm not using, like, I could go over this with like a gel pen maybe. I do have this old-timey Creative Memories metallic pen that I used when I made my wedding invitations. I used it to address the envelopes. I feel kind of bad now for those poor post workers who had to read that, but they did look really pretty. See, this kind of looks a little better because you can actually see the letters a little bit more, so maybe I'll do that. This is going to take a little longer, you guys, than normal because I'm going over this stuff. But it's all part of the process, right? I'm just going to be happy looking at it, and I think that's why I do this, you know? I open it, and I get this little, like, boost because it's pretty and motivating, you know, and my goals are really clearly lined out, and you know, it just like makes me want to do them because I don't want to like let the art down. So I am trying to be very good about not buying everything I want / see on Instagram for this habit that I've created for myself. But really excited about the Tombow brushes, and actually I goofed around yesterday. Well, actually earlier this week I doodled an ampersand for National Ampersand Day, so if you're not following me on Instagram, you will see fun stuff like that every so often. Also, look at this horrifying attempt at hand lettering. Ridiculous! But I made this really pretty flower that I really liked, so I just kind of enjoyed it in this little like kind of, you know, sunset color rainbow. So anyhow, sometimes just doodling is good for the soul, right? I'm gonna go ahead and color in these boxes with the lighter color because then it will make it easier for me throughout the week to check things off without needing my metallic pen to see the checks. So just gonna do that. So interesting how this looks slightly different on this brighter paper. Okay, so looking good. Let's take another gander at some stickers to see if we can kind of tie some of this color stuff together with sticker time. I really like this one because it will add a little more metal into the planner. Maybe that's not gonna work. This covers up dinner, which I don't like doing. I don't like, you know, I know people put stickers in their weeks, but I like really use this space to write down things I'm doing and stuff.